Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Wasteland 3, where for some reason they've let us into the rich part of town, and we're not going to leave until we have stolen every single thing that isn't nailed down. And hopefully we're going to get some XP for doing so at some point. Also, we want to be on the lookout for... Wow, that guy's really rolling. Hey, you better not hit my cat. We got to be on the lookout for another animal for Ringer to pick up, since it seems like maybe the cyborg chicken isn't actually filling an animal slot in the party. Hey, it's a little unclear. Wait, what's up? Hey, boss? He sees a statue of his boss? Is that why he said that? As leaders of the 100 families look on, Isaiah Buchanan passes the flag of the United States of America to his son, the future Patriarch of Colorado, Saul Buchanan, calling upon him to protect and glorify it to the end of his days. You know, the way he uses it, I think he's probably going to get some blood on it. That's my suspicion. So, just got some marshals. There is a... Why do we have two notifications here? One of them is for the monument itself, and the other one is for the plaque, maybe? Secret passage to old survivalist bunker. Should that be marked on my map? I guess there must be a... Boy, it probably shouldn't be telling me that, huh? That's information that I assume we could get later. But we're probably not supposed to have now. Hey, Ringer. Go say hi to this dog. Nope, you didn't. Okay. The dog walked away and Ringer's like very confused. Oh, see, it says this character already has an animal follower. Maybe you're just allowed to have as many chickens as you want, or did that chicken actually come with us? Now I'm only seeing one. No, we have two chickens. I'm not sure why I'm allowed to have all these chickens, but whatever, I'll take it. I'm certainly not complaining. Nobody take away my chickens. I feel very strongly about them. Robots and Rangers, for real. The label simply reads, best game ever?
You descend the narrow stairs and find the door to the bunker slightly ajar. I listen at the door. Make a perception roll. It's awful dark out here. Maybe we should go inside.
This was your idea. He said it would be cool to play a game in the park.
I got a 15! Do I hear anything? You hear a faint scraping sound inside. Like the sound of a skeletal foot dragging across stone. It's coming closer. Did you hear that?
It's just the wind.
Ah! A pale dog! There's a pale dog watching us!
What? Where? I don't see...
It's coming after us! Run!
Huh. That's a big reaction to a pale dog. Also, the sound of a skeletal foot scraping across a stone is just so incredibly specific. How would you possibly think they would be familiar with that already? Hey now, what's going on over here? Oh, he doesn't want to talk to us because our fame is obscure.
The Dorseys done tore through here and gutted the house. Until the Castillos can get this eyesore repaired, we're keeping it boarded up.
Behind the wooden boards, the door is splintered and broken. Through cracks in the wood, you can see a ransacked interior. Oh, well, if somebody ransacked it already, who cares? I was just going to go in there and ransack it myself.
Aspen? All those people taken hostage?
If it's really Vic who has them, they're all as good as dead.
Don't say that to Miriam Knox. Her husband was there, poor woman.
Why is this park bench glowing, but this one isn't? Is this the only one I'm allowed to talk to? An inscription on the bench reads, "For Camilla, the cleverest girl I met on a Monday." Okay. Guess Solomon Grundy running around here making park benches. Or maybe he just donated the money to have these park benches installed. Just on the lookout for junk. Or a grave. You know, that too. LB. Huh. That's weird. We're in the rich part of town, right? They're just, like, allowing people to put random graves into their, what I assume is basically a park?
Someday I'm gonna live like this. Someday.
I'm sorry to tell you, Marshal Kwan, since you hooked up with us, your chances of that have gone down precipitously. Fancy marshal truck? Is there a named marshal around here we could have a chat with?
You're cleared for public areas only.
Is that not... Are we good here? I mean, that's Diligent Joe. All right, we're probably just not allowed to go inside, I guess. My guess is they're not going to shoot us.
Look. Tourists.
Oh, Melissa, you're too much.
Yeah, that was a real knee slapper.
What could you possibly want?
Oh, we're just talking. Strangers, no need to get any closer.
So I guess once we get famous, people will like us more and maybe be a little bit more responsive, which makes sense. Can't get in here. I think we might be running out of luck here in the rich part of town, which is a shame because we still, like, Jim still needs like 13 XP.
Let's keep walking.
Yes? Oh, hello. You must be the Rangers. I'm Diligent Joe, the Patriarch's personal secretary. I make sure only people who have official business with him get past his door. You, due to the importance of your mission, have Mr. Buchanan's leave to enter as necessary.
Oh, of course. That makes total sense.
Of course, that privilege could be revoked at any time, but for now, please go on in.
Hello, Joe.
Ah, Miss Wesson, you have my deepest sympathies on the deaths of your family.
Thank you, Joe.
So normal folks can't see the Patriarch.
It used to be that we held town hall meetings where citizens could bring their grievances before him, but that practice has changed in the last year or so due to security concerns.
People throwing shoes at him during the meetings.
Good day.
Okay, well, let's go in here. Like, if we can find... Wait a minute.
I told you before, drone. The Patriarch isn't interested.
Hold on a second. That's very curious. I'm not loved enough by the 100 families to get by with the level of kiss ass that I currently have. I think we have 3 on Quan, right? I like the fact that being nice is the best way to interact with the robots. So that it makes a certain sort of sense that they would be developed in such a way that they would respond to politeness more than anything else. And plus, it gives that skill a little bit more use than it might otherwise have. This is extremely... even in a world before Game of Thrones, this would be extremely tacky, but on top of all of that... Ugh, bad. Bad times. The Patriarch is bad times. I'm very concerned that there's not going to be any kind of good outcome here for the people of Colorado Springs. I guess we could get powerful enough that we could just take over. I'm definitely qualified to run a society, right? This statue looks like a much younger version of the Patriarch. Hey, what a surprise. Alright, so we get XP when we use our skills. If we can find like a thing or two to lockpick in here, not only...
Used to be a fancy hotel back before the deluge. Wonder if they had the turret guns back then.
It seems unlikely. Not only could we steal some cool stuff, but we could probably get our level. I wonder how elite these elite guards really are.
So do we.
They'll probably yell at us if we go after these crates, right? I mean, let's try it. Let's make them yell at us. Okay, that's what I figured. It makes me nervous when they say you're cleared for public areas only because it makes it sound like they're saying, hey, don't go in there, but without telling me what there actually means. I'm just really worried I'm going to cross a line.
Those
Beloved
were his
Lara,
first 2
2070.
wives. They were dead before I was born.
And Olivia, 2059.
Pick 'em, not so much how to keep 'em.
All right, Quan, is this an appropriate moment for you to be opining on the attractiveness of these dead women? Am I allowed in here? Okay. What is this? Claimed from the body of a breather, 2106. It's like an oxygen tank? Why would you put that in a museum? Scar Collector arm from the Battle of Pumpkin Center, 2097. He's got like this little museum of his accomplishments, and in there he's like, also, I stole that guy's oxygen tank. Looks like the war banner of some forgotten Plains gang, defeated long ago. I wonder if I were more familiar with the previous games, I wonder if that symbol would be meaningful to me. The Mask of the Cyclops, last warlord of the monster army. That's a pretty cool name for an army. There's a vase over here. The front of this vase is clean and shiny. The back is caked with dust. The patriarch still has chairs around his dining table, as if he's waiting for his wayward children to come home. Something tells me he doesn't get over this part of the house that much. Is there anything else interactable over here? There is this fur-covered mask. An old rubber monster mask. Is that a dried-out head inside? You know what? Maybe we don't need to know that. Let's just not look. Very large shoes. Genuine payaso footwear. Spattered with genuine payaso blood.
My family and I were invited to dine with the patriarch a while ago. Seemed a bit sad at that table, all by his lonesome.
Hold on now, what's this? Adoption Records Melissa Howe. By order of Saul Buchanan, the orphan will be presented as the legitimate heir of Claire Howe. All marshals present during the Godfisher raid are sworn to secrecy. Well, that's interesting. The papers appear to be adoption records for one Melissa Howe. One section stands out, the thing I just read. You recognize the name Howe from Broadmoor Heights. She was one of the people mocking others as they passed. Yeah. Huh. Presumably that's something that we will have a chance to make use of at some point. I really like the perception system. Like, just there being objects in the world around you that you don't even realize you're not aware of unless you have the ability to be aware of them. What is this? It's Polite Parlor Pastimes. Pages upon pages of games playable in less than an hour. The games involving random chance have been crossed out. Well, what is the use of that? It's not marked as junk. Okay, I guess we'll hold on to it until we see an opportunity to make use of it. I think this is going to come across as a little petty, but one of the problems I really have with a lot of the more recent Fallout games is the fact that you often can see the dialogue options and stuff that you don't have access to with the thing that you would need to access them attached right to them. I think that system is kind of a bummer because it removes like the joy of discovery, of finding a weird new path through a quest. And this game obviously still does that with dialogue choices, but this perception system is, I think, a nice nod to the old way of doing things, to an older way of doing things. A smaller version of the giant patriarch statue in Market Square. Maybe this one was the prototype. Or maybe he just realized that the floors wouldn't be able to withstand one like the one in Market Square. Okay, I'm sure even if I had the lockpick skill, they would not allow me to pick that lock. There's not really anything else to... I guess let's just go up the stairs here. At some point, they're going to tell us to go no further.
Welcome.
Oh, I didn't even see him there among the missiles. Yeah, everything's going great. Thanks again for all your help.
Not at all. Now, what can I do for you?
I just kind of wandered in here accidentally is the thing. We just have some questions.
Ask then.
Dialogue thing is being a little sluggish right now. There we go. Let's dig about the Dorseys a little bit here. What exactly happened between you and the Dorseys?
Used to be my strongest supporters. Until we had an argument about how quickly democracy should be instituted in Colorado. When they lost that argument, they tried to usurp me. And, well, until they attacked the city, I thought I'd wiped out the whole family. Apparently, Nelius led some of them into the wilderness. I should have been more thorough. I assume it was Liberty who put them up to the raid. They were never this clever before.
Man, all of his guards have such cool-looking equipment. Let's see. I don't want to try to prod him into feeling like he needs to expand his empire. I think we can just leave. We don't need to be giving him any ideas. And I doubt we're going to get anything out of this conversation. Let's just see how much more we're allowed to look around.
Get going, Rangers. You have work to do.
I don't know what you could possibly mean by that. Okay, so let us just go upstairs. Like this.
Get
What
lots
is...
of visitors. Not anymore.
This looks like a hammer that's made out of a jukebox. I'm way into that. I want one of those. Not that we have anybody in our party who would want to wield a hammer, though. So it looks like this is the weight room.
Rosalind's ex?
The love puzzle guy?
Scuttlebutt is he's been trying to get rotated into her unit.
Oh, we gotta make this happen. You ever see Roz go all Ice Queen on some poor soul? It's like, I can't even describe it.
Careful, or someone will think you got the hots for Rosalind.
No way. I just appreciate a nice evisceration when I see one.
Don't try to get rotated into your ex's unit. That's not cool. Let's go play some arcade games. Never mind, these machines look like they haven't worked in years. I guess that's true. They are obviously not plugged in.
Keep your voice down.
Am I allowed to use the vending machine? Oh, apparently there's just some stuff sitting in the drawer. Well, hell yeah, I'll take all this. Somebody paid and then forgot to actually take their food? What about over here? I'm looking for just like one thing we could break into. Duty roster terminal? We could mess with that a little bit, I guess. Am I sneaky enough to steal from this locker? Oh, there's a guy coming. There's a guy coming quickly. So sniper rifle and sniper ammo. I mean, we may as well take it. Yeah, we're cool. We're cool. Nobody's gonna shoot me. There's a note pinned here. Hey Charlie, we all know afternoon turret duty bites, but clean up your mess. Thanks. I mean, we could mess with the roster, maybe? Do we have enough nerd skills to get this done? Access restricted. No, wow, that's a lot of nerd stuff. View current duty roster. Dining room unassigned. Turret maintenance on duty. Front desk reception duty unassigned. Interesting. So I'm assuming what we could do with this is we could get somebody moved away from a position where they're blocking a thing that we would like to steal from. But probably that's going to require some nerd stuff. I'm just going to enter username or backspace to cancel. Rosalind. Rosalind Bornemut. Really, all you need is your first name. That seems like a very insecure system. Current user has reached limit of 1 reassignment request per day. What about Charlie? Charlie Onda. That is not his name. New assignment, front desk.
Duty roster change. New assignments are as follows. Guard 08 to Station H. That is all.
Huh. Okay. So it zoomed us to here, but he didn't actually move. I kind of thought that was the idea, was we would be getting him to abandon that door. Not that we could make use of it anyway. We certainly don't have the lockpick skill. But I'm trying. I'm trying so hard to get the lockpick skill together.
Yeah, that never happened.
What never happened? The Buchanans. Sol, Victory, Liberty, happy family picture time. Although, I guess they don't actually look that happy. Cleo, 2072. Quan, you wanna... No? Nothing on this one? Who's Cleo? I don't think we know anything about a Cleo.
You're cleared for public areas only.
Alright, well, we'll come back here once we have the nerd stuff skill to make that potentially work. For the moment, it looks like there's nothing in here that we can steal. Well, or rather, nothing else. Nothing beyond the stuff that we already stole. But now we know that Melissa Howe's adopted, which, you know, who knows? Maybe that could have some value at some point in the future. The wealthiest and most influential of the 100 families maintain residences in Broadmoor Heights. Unfortunately, we are not allowed to break into most of their residences. Feels like that ought to be an option, right? We should be able to just... You could get a person through that window. We'll just lift Brass in there and have her sneak around. I wonder how many of us it would take to lift Brass in there. What's going on over here? That's some kind of adorable Snow rabbit. I guess it's... Maybe it's this guy's pet? So we cannot interact with this rabbit. Oh, no, I can now. Miss. Swing and a miss on the rabbit. Well, yeah, it looks like that we are not going to be allowed to break into any of these windows. Alright, I guess we'll have to go find something else to do to get the XP that we need to do the other quests that we need to do the other things. We're so close. We're so close to this cascade of abilities. And in fact, does Jim have a... Jim has a point just sitting, doesn't he? Yeah. So we'll totally... Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say we'll be able to jump up a couple lockpick levels, but no, we won't, because we're getting into the places where a single point of a skill costs 3 points. Well, then, I don't know how much else we have to do around here. We've talked to everybody that it seemed like it was valuable to talk to in the church. I think we might just be done in Broadmoor Heights for the moment. There is a bunch of space behind that door. As soon as we can get the lockpicking together to work that out, that'll probably be pretty good. Did we try to get into this building here? Oh, you know what? I came up on this landing following the servitor, and then I never veered off to explore the rest of it. What is the deal with this? Oh, this is the Wessons' place. Well, it seems like there's probably a thing or two worth doing in here.
It's so empty now. Even when Pa and Ma were traveling, they were here. Their spirits filled the place. Now, they do not.
Okay, so I don't want to seem callous or anything, but everything in here is yours now, right? I'm just saying.
Only person who knew the combination to that safe was my mom. If you think you can guess it, I don't mind.
Okay, we might be able to make that happen.
Mama used to love sitting in here. She'd be ashamed at the mess it's in now.
We have a bunch of skill books. Did we have a lockpicking book? Sorry, inventory was totally the right tab for that. Is there... Here, usable items. Apparently that's not considered a usable item. Yeah, we do have a lockpicking one. I wonder when it will be appropriate. Like, obviously for maximum effectiveness, you would get to 9 and then use it to skip spending the 6 skill points to get to 10. But I'm wondering if we want to just go to 5 and then use it to jump to 6, because at 6 lockpicking we can interact with basically everything that we've already seen. Yeah, maybe. That may well be what we do.
Damn Dorseys weren't content to rip everything up. They had to toss the furniture around too. Animals. Couldn't even leave my memories of this place alone.
So, wait, what exactly do you think happened here?
My house was the first place the Dorseys went. Probably walked right in through the front door, stole my parents and little brother away, and then took out their anger on the house.
Yeah, let's peer beyond the rubble. It's dark, but you can make out smashed scraps of wood and splintered doors. Doesn't look like the attackers left much of anything behind.
It's smashed up even worse, and the Dorseys took everything worth stealing.
I tried to rotate the camera there, and it just advanced the dialogue a little bit. So, they didn't... This area doesn't even exist. There's not going to be any way for us to remove that and actually check out this space. It's actually not on the map. So we saw a trap on this door, huh? Well, can I successfully... There we go.
Mom, wow. Daddy really didn't want any Dorseys to muck around with his cooking supplies.
This is your kitchen? Why is your kitchen so full of mines? Also, you would think a gas mine would really make it very difficult to cook in here in the future. Did we see any other traps? We got the tripwire. Hold up. Everybody back the hell off. Everybody back. Jim? steps inside and helps look around, and he's careful about it. And then Brass does the actual handwork. Alright, let's see what's in here. $31 and a watch. Well, this is a lot of good XP. Skelly can open that toaster. Got ourselves a Boar's Light. Is that container? Yeah, that container and that toaster are the only things we have left in the mine that we can't disarm. Ooh, she came very close to stepping on that. Alright, Skelly, get in here and just, like, real careful, like. We found a gold-insulated power cord. Yo, that's a lot of money. A rubberized cable infused with gold that could carry power from an outlet to a toaster. I still don't 100% understand the prevalence of the... Okay, it's fine. You know what? It doesn't matter. It's fine. We got even more rubble over here, and I assume we're going to get kind of a similar story. Yeah, most of it's now blocking this hallway. And then we just barely don't have the lockpick skill to do any of the important lockpicking we have left. I need some way to gain a tiny amount of XP on Jim. Just anything. If somebody could just let Jim borrow some XP, let him give it back to you later. I think we will probably go ahead and use the skill book at 5. Alright, so we got that sorted. Huh. Why is this... I guess I can mark things on the map? Yeah, okay. It's weird that that had a flashing cursor around it. I wonder if it's just like my cursor was close enough to that it assumed I was trying to indicate it, or... Oh, there is a great big greenhouse. That is certainly the case. Can I actually access this? It looks like no. We can look at it, though. Nobody's starving in this part of town, assuming they like cabbage, beets, and parsnips. And, let's be honest, who doesn't? Alright, so mission log. So we're pretty close on this, right? I guess let's go to the bazaar and talk to these human smugglers, who I think are probably just people who are helping desperate refugees who need help. We are not going to resolve this the way that dude wanted us to. He is going to be pissed. We're having that effect on a lot of people lately. I do wonder if you can even get to a point where the Patriarch's, like, revokes your support. So I'm a little worried about maybe annoying enough people in Colorado Springs that I end the game. Well, whatever. We got Farron Brygo on our side now, so hopefully that'll make up for losing the goodwill of the entire police force. The entire militarized police force. Alright, we don't know exactly who we're looking for in the bazaar, do we? I guess we'll just go over here and... We do know a couple of people, a couple of named people, who we didn't have much to say to before. Let's chat with the busker. This guy might know what's going on around here. Yeah, sure, let's just listen.
When the world expired, we were forged in the fire. A shield made of muscle and grit. Protecting the needy and fighting the greedy. We fought because we gave a shit. And we'll keep on fighting. For there's wrongs to be righting. And our victories grow year by year. 'Cause despite all the dangers, the old desert rangers, well, the world knows the rangers persevere.
Is he supposed to have an instrument?
When Brygo did Vegas.
I can't talk to him anymore. Alright, we're not gonna sit around and just listen to that whole thing. Although he is now singing about Fair and Brago, which is certainly interesting. It's just like there's gaps in his song where like there's probably like supposed to be a little bit of accompaniment, right? Maybe he's supposed to have a guitar or something? Are you okay? There are people here who are marked refugees, so yes, I imagine the Cotters are in fact who we're supposed to be talking to.
Rangers ought to be running things in this city.
I don't necessarily disagree, sir.
If you Rangers ever need our help, we're with you.
Okay, Wastelanders seem to like us well enough.
Talk to Mama. She always knows what to do.
Yeah, well, the thing she knows what to do is to tell me to go to hell, usually.
Got nothing to say to you. Talk to our mom.
Y'all seem nice, but if you got business with the Cotters, you should talk to Mama.
Okay, that's basically what I figured. Well, let's try this again.
Scram.
Okay, that was even faster than the first time. Is there anything interactable over here? No, there is not. Well... Again, not that I was actually going to try to resolve this the way Reyes wanted me to, but that does feel like sort of a dead end for the quest, doesn't it? Travel to the bazaar and find a way to stop the human traffickers there who are smuggling the refugees into the city. Boy, human traffickers is a big term for the thing that it seems like is occurring here in this place. Well... Shoot. Let's just talk to some people who are around and see if we can get somebody to ask us to, I don't know, go buy milk for them or something.
See how some of my experiments.
What can I do for you?
Jimmy, do you need anything? Anything at all?
For your vehicle. Have a look.
For real, at this point, I will do anything. Let's sell our junk. Okay, interesting. The gold cable didn't sell. It's not junk. I guess that maybe we're gonna find toasters that aren't plugged in. You gotta, I mean, obviously, you gotta plug in toasters before you can get the guns out of them. We'll just keep that with us for now. Because right now, the only things we have to do, the only quests in our log are this thing and the Buchanan stuff that we are not able to pull off yet, probably. We could just like go outside of town, maybe? There's no point in loading back into the Sandslux. We know we're not going to be able to do anything in there. We don't actually have any quests that lead outside. You know what we can maybe do? We can just go back to, let's go back to HQ and actually talk to the new people. Slaying is it was self-defense. It was a self-defense slaying.
Did you read the last issue of the Colorado Patriot?
Yeah, let's go back to the base and actually talk to some of our new staff. In particular, I wanna have a chat with the people in the armory. And then maybe we just get in the Killdozer and have a look around. There are rooms in Ranger HQ no one knows how to enter. Surely that should be singular, right? Isn't there just the one? I don't know, maybe behind that door there's a whole bunch of rooms. I am awfully curious about it, though. You would think, with it being our building and everything, if we can't figure out what the code is to that door, we could just, like, bring in some power tools and have at it. I guess the whole idea is this used to be a military bunker, though, right? Maybe it's hardened enough that we no longer have tools that could solve the problem without making the rest of the building difficult to survive in.
Hey, who's in charge in here?
Oh, right. I forgot. Some mercenaries showed up and wanted to talk to somebody. I guess that's my deal.
You're the CO around here? Huh. Okay.
It's an interesting it's an interesting name. Is it sodium chloride? What do you... Okay.
Quality setup this time. Better than back in AZ. Guess Daddy Buchanan's buying you all the good gear.
Alright, these little... Sorry, who are you? Are we enemies?
Gary Wolf, freelance security consultant and synth hunter. Got a proposition for you.
Synth hunter. Are there... Is this Blade Runner? Are there, like, Blade Runner style? So you've been to Ranger Citadel?
I helped the Rangers during their whole Cochise debacle. They might have come out strong if they'd listened to me. Too bad.
Not that friendly. So, what do you want?
After the Rangers nuked Cochise, and themselves, I figured somebody competent had to chase down its mechanical brood. So I recruited folks who'd lost family to synths, and I formed a posse. Decommissioned a dozen of the plastic punks in AZ. Then heard a feud headed east and followed them here. Now I'm getting flack from that tin star twat Daisy for exchanging fire with the synth we tracked to Colorado Springs. That's where you come in. Interferent bitch told the marshals to shoot us on sight if we stepped inside the city limits again, so we can't go after this October 11 synth. Was hoping you might be interested in taking care of it for us. Cash bounty for its head.
What's so bad about synths, exactly?
Jesus. You're not one of those, are you? Fucking simps are always talking about how synths are sentient. They have feelings. Bullshit. That's how they trick you. Synths are just top-grade robots. What makes them dangerous is that every one of them has a little piece of Cochise in their electric brain, like a virus. And if you leave them alone for too long, that virus spreads. And pretty soon we have the goddamn robot apocalypse all over again. Not on my watch. We cap them as soon as we see them. Don't give them a chance to talk.
And why did Daisy ban you from hunting in Colorado Springs? Although I think I already know the answer.
We cornered 11 downtown and tried to take it out quietly. But there was a snafu and we had to open fire. Shot up the street. Wounded some civs.
Had to.
Silly bitch wouldn't listen when I warned her about the synth. Acted like we were the problem and sent us packing. Fuck her.
Hey now. That's my ex-boss you're talking about, Hoss.
That's a weird thing to get upset about, Quan.
Lucky you quit then. She's a frag candidate for sure.
We're allowed to just open fire on anybody, right? There's a non-zero chance we're going to kill these guys after this conversation's over. We're going to investigate a little bit and see if it looks like we could take them, and then maybe. So this synth is called October 11.
Yeah, no idea why. Synths are weird that way. It and another synth called Tourmaline K'd some civs on their way here, just for kicks. So watch yourselves. 11 is a stone killer. Gotta be neutralized before it kills again. And killing it will help us find its comrades.
How, exactly?
All synths got a radio in their heads. Lets them communicate long distance and triangulate on each other. Once I crack 11's head open, I'll hack it for their locations. You want to go after the others too? I'll make it worth your time.
Why don't you tell me what you know about Cochise?
Are you kidding me? Cochise is the Rangers' greatest enemy. A supercomputer that almost exterminated them twice, and which built an army of synths to kill every last human on Earth. Rangers aren't training their recruits at all these days, are they?
I have no idea whether this dude is on the level with us or what's going on. I think there's a pretty good chance that he's just being a huge asshole and that we're going to find October 11 didn't kill anybody. We should definitely investigate this, but also probably the world is a better place without Gary Wolf in it, right? So we might just kill everyone involved in this plotline, potentially. Okay, we'll add this runaway synth to our list.
Add it to your list? Ought to be your top priority.
We are not necessarily going to do this.
Whatever.
We'll see.
We'll wait here until you bring back its head. Should still be downtown somewhere. You'll know you're near it when you start hearing weird static on your radio. Squad, at ease.
Yeah, the fact that I know absolutely nothing about the setting does complicate things slightly. 7, 8, 8, 10. I think we could probably take them. 6 of us, open with the rocket launcher. We'll leave it for right now.
Rangers.
Let's go to the armory.
Hey, November!
Oh, is Jody feeling better already?
Hey, I'm feeling much better now. Ready to help out any way I can.
She waited until she saw our squad was full so we wouldn't be able to take her along. Are you happy with how things are going so far?
It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine, I guess. Not really inspiring anybody, but that's not really our job, is it? Our job is to save the folks back home, and, well, I'm pretty sure we'll get there. We could try harder, though.
You know what? I'll talk to you later, Jody. We got kind of a full group at the moment, right? I'm kind of curious, though, how this would work. Like, is there just a pool of recruitable characters? Let's try this out. You know, we could use you out there. You want to come along?
You bet. Ready when you are.
So what's Jody's deal? Jody's a sniper. Oh. Hey, now, that's a thing we maybe could use. So, if we were going to bump somebody, honestly, like, I'm not in love with Marshal Kwan. He kind of just does stuff that we already have people to do. He is the computer user, I suppose. I don't want to bump Lucia right now, because I think Lucia is, like, valuable as a story character. Maybe we let Jody chill for a little bit. It is nice to have a sniper, though. We'll come back. We'll swap you in later. I wonder how big our roster is actually going to get. Oh, they dressed the place up a little bit, did they? Joey Bag of Donuts.
Hey, I'm Joey Bag of Donuts.
So I hear.
Mr. Brygo sent me down, you know, his thanks for helping him out with his, trouble.
He winks for some reason. You know, this is our base. You can just talk. It's fine.
Apparently, I'm supposed to be your new armory guy. That's good. You know, I know my way around this stuff.
Yeah, you care to tell us a little bit more about yourself, maybe?
Nah, it's my favorite subject. I'm the son of a son of a son of a gunmaker, and I'm proud of carrying on the family trade. Back in Vegas, the Bag of Donuts name has been synonymous with the finest quality guns since before the war.
Doesn't even know how his own name is spelled.
Whenever anybody's plugged anybody else in Vegas for the last 100 years, you can bet that a Bag of Donuts was part of it. And now that Mr. Brygo is in Colorado, I'm hoping to continue that tradition here.
Yeah, it is kind of making me hungry, though. How'd you get this gig, anyway?
Well, you know, though he is an honest businessman and an upstanding citizen, Mr. Brygo has more than his share of enemies, which means that he needs bodyguards. And those bodyguards need tools, yeah? So, he had been doing business with me, a simple freelance gunsmith, but he got tired of waiting for me to finish up work for other clients. So he decided to employ me full-time. Find, clean, and service guns for him, and only him. Since then, I've been a made man and do whatever Mr. Brygo wants. And right now, he wants me to find, clean, and service guns for you. And only you. Sweet deal, right?
It does seem like kind of a sweet deal. It's sweet enough that it makes me a little uncomfortable, a little nervous. All right, what do you got in stock?
Let me show you.
He's not just going to give me stuff. We got to buy things on our own base. Laser shotguns, some jawbreakers, a jackknife, which seems like a pretty mean-ass knife. 47 to 64 damage. How good are these? Penetration 4, 15% chance to apply stun. You know, this is a big upgrade from the knuckles that Ringer's using right now. Let's see, crummy guns. It looks like the inventory here is not too different from the inventory that the Taiwan Jones has, but it is cheaper. 11 to 14. 3 times. So what are we still using? We're using a 9 to 11, and then Skelly has an 8 to 9. with half the penetration and without the single shot ability. You know what? Let's step this up for Skelly, for sure. It's not even that expensive. And then that lever action repeater seems like a pretty damn big upgrade. Well, okay, it's not that big. Hits a single target at point blank but deals double damage. Interesting. Yeah, we might wanna grab this too. 194. And then there's some fancier armor. There's a bunch of ammo. You know what? I would like to take all these rockets off your hands, if you don't mind. I got strong feelings about those. Throw to inflict shock on anyone in the area, dealing a little bit of damage and reducing AP. And robots might glitch. That's a pretty powerful version of an EMP. You also got some laser sights and some magnifying scopes and stuff. Okay, it is nice to have a proper weapons available here. Yeah, I kind of want to buy these jawbreakers. What is his current punching weapon? Oh, it doesn't. It compares it to the thing that's in his active slot, not the thing that he is equipped with that is the appropriate class. Well, still, yeah, give it to me. And then also let's... I guess we can grab some armor? We don't have a lot of helmets. A lot of people walking around with no helmets on. Give me this, give me that. 3 armor pants. So this is all... I mean, armor seems to be pretty cheap, man. You know what? Give me all the armor. We're gonna outfit people real quick here. Apparently I ran out of money. It's fine. Yeah, it's still not 100% clear to me what the orange outline means. I don't know. I guess I could look it up if I cared enough. Alright, so... let's go just weapons here. I do wish that the weapons looked a little bit more different from one another. Like, you know, it might be cool if, say, different classes of weapons were oriented differently in the thing. Where is that? I did buy that shotgun, didn't I? Maybe not? Thought I did. Alright, well, we definitely have some changes we can make here. So first of all, battle rifle over your terrible garbage rifle. Are they using the same... Yeah, okay. It's not the same ammo. Do we have a lot of 5.56? That's the 7.62... Oh, we have more 5.56. Oh, no, we have approximately the same amount. Alright, I had no problem with that. And then... What else do we have that we really want to make sure someone's equipped with? I guess we should check... We should check Brass's rocket launcher. Do you have the best rocket launcher? No, we got this Law. It has the same combat speed reduction. It's all of the same stats, except more damage because it requires a higher level of explosive skill. It does look a little bit less cool too. I guess that matters. Alright, and then we got flamethrowers and stuff. We got this HMG that we're just going to hold on to. I could probably disassemble a bunch of this stuff. We don't have any mods on any of our weapons, which I haven't bothered to equip any because I was concerned that we were going to replace all of our stuff too quickly. So that's a thing we could start working with the mods we have too. This is going to cover up your really good face. Oh, but it's also really good. Yep. Yep, we could do that. I mean, I definitely want to make sure that Ringer has decent head armor. We'll give him this. I'm going to turn off the display of that though, because I like his mask. And then that's the only helmet we have. We got some Merc armor, which is just better than Scout armor. Who else tends to be close? I guess you are going to tend to be close, because your gun is real short-ranged. Got a bunch of Scout armor. We got this Rad Tech armor. -1 action point, though. Oh, sorry, -1 action point because she shouldn't be wearing it. Alright, so you're currently wearing 7 armor and 6 armor on your legs. So these upgrades are really more for Brass. Yeah, okay. That's a strong look for Brass, I think. Up to 19 armor. Because remember, Brass has a bunch of armor from a skill. So that means we have an extra suit of scrap armor. I don't really want to reduce action points. We just don't have a lot of people who have 3 strength. And then, is anybody wearing worse pants than these? 3 armor versus... Nope, the Merc leggings are real good, actually. Combat speed up is probably less relevant for the assault rifle user. Like, combat speed up for you, I think, is perfectly reasonable. So yeah, we'll give these to Skelly. Okay, I like it. So now we have a bunch of extra armor. Are you allowed to break down armor? No. So can we sell it for a reasonable amount?
Hey, it's the Rangers!
Alright, Joey. You know, I appreciate the enthusiasm. I would like to sell some crummy armor. Does this work? Can I just... Wow, $4. Man. Is there anything else we can do with that? Because we can break down weapons, right? But he's the person with armor modding. If anybody's going to have breakdown, it would be him. Nope. It's... Okay, well... Okay, let's field strip some real garbage. Like, with the weapons, I wonder... are the sale prices for the weapons comparable to the sale prices for the armor?
Let me show you.
Because we might not actually be losing very much money by doing field stripping. Like, if I were to sell this back... Like, if I were to sell this rust bucket, I would get $7 for it. And we'll probably get, like, a couple bucks worth of scrap, but also a chance at a weapon mod. I think we're just going to field strip a bunch of those. Yeah, like these real garbage weapons. Let's just rip these apart. I'm absolutely willing to effectively lose $4 for a chance at any weapon mod, because, okay, improved magazine, that's cool. We probably want to hold on to a lot of this stuff. These are just very low quality guns. Alright, all we got on that one was scrap. We picked up a lot of the worst quality of heavy machine gun. Okay, got ourselves a mod out of that. Cut rifled barrel, I don't even know... +1 penetration, +4 max damage, -4 min damage, so... Expected damage value change, 0, and also plus penetration. Seems like a pretty good mod. And then we certainly don't need all of these pipes. Got a wide choke somehow? We were able to strip the choke off of that pipe. Scrap times 10, that's nice. Actually, we don't even need this, because we have the crowbar, which I would much rather use if we were going to give anybody a blunt weapon. And then we got a variety of types of rocket launchers. Let's maybe cut this one. And there's no reason for us to have this many flamethrowers. Show me cool mods. Okay, magazine. Alright, so... we have quite a variety of weapon mods here, and they apparently use different slots. Okay, so we got a couple of barrels, a couple of underbarrels. This is just hit chance up. That feels like a reasonable thing to do. I'm assuming we can't remove these, but also, you know, we just bought this rifle. We'll probably be on it for a minute. So 2 damage per bullet 3 times. Probably it's worth doing one of those. Magazine size +1 honestly doesn't really even seem worth applying. I'm gonna give her this thing. Alright, she gets to have the fancy tricked out weapon. Can we... No, we cannot, like, name the weapon. You know, once you put a little bit of effort into a weapon, you should be able to apply a little identity to it. Also, can we apply plus damage to this thing? Because that seems like a good move. It fires 9 times, right? So this is potentially plus 18 damage per volley. And actually, I'm going to give this a hit chance boost as well. Okay, there we go. Alright, we got some value out of that. Is there anybody else around here who... A couple of people around here have names, but I doubt they have much identity.
Rangers.
Yep. let's just real quick check the computer system. Let me check the recent activity logs here. Under Officer's Log, you find a number of improperly formatted entries. The first one you check is lyrics to a song called Fly Me to the Moon. The second is lyrics to a song called That's Amore. You managed to find a report on your 6th try. Hey, who writes like this? Hey, so I was talking with Lenny the Snake, bragging about my fancy new legitimate job, and get this. He starts talking about a heist he's planning. Heard about a new crew of gun runners on the outside of town. Was gonna get a uniform, sneak in, steal their stuff, maybe make a thing of doing it once a month. Then he says the crew's name is the Rangers, and I just about fell out of my chair laughing. So as I tell him to let me know when he's gonna hit it. Gonna see how far he get and then my boys to jump him. Gonna be freaking hilarious. He then transcribes the lyrics of Bim Bam Baby. Well, I'm less concerned about potential conflicts of loyalty. Frankly, I think this dude's too dumb to turn on us. I wonder if they're just gonna, like, produce ammo for us as well. Like, if we, periodically, we come back here and there'll be new stuff in the boxes. A whole bunch of shrink grenades, energy cells, a laser pistol, yeah. Yeah, give me all of that. I mean, I can't imagine this stuff was just here before, right? I would have looted all of it were it here before. We're all in perfect health. We aren't really getting in fights all that often. So one more time, I just want to take one more look at this. It's just a pad with like a 5-digit passcode, right? Enter a keycode at random. No, we don't even know how many numbers are in the sequence. I don't know why I assumed that it would be 5. You know, like, what if we just got a big drill? Call up my friend Bane. Get one of those thermal drills. Maybe a guy to stand there and watch it in case it needs to be restarted. You know, you wouldn't think it would be an issue, but these broke dick piece of shit drills, it's just... Alright, so really, he was the only one that the only new person, right? I wouldn't imagine that... Oh. Huh, there was a thing over here that we couldn't open before, that we now can open. Hey, Jim, go get to it. Get you some XP. 10 XP. Damn it. What is this? What even? It's a computer of some kind. No, it is not. It is a bookshelf with a copy of the Encyclopedia Robotica on it. A heavily used guide to Colorado robots. Well, I mean, I do encounter a lot of Colorado robots. Welcome to the 9th edition of Encyclopedia Robotica, the definitive repository of knowledge about all of Colorado's synthetic citizens. This 12-volume series will expound upon both the types of robots found throughout the snowy expanses and high elevations of the state, as well as their detailed histories. You will discover exciting new facts of which you were never aware. For example, whose idea was it, and how drunk were they when they decided to attach giant saw blades to multi-legged robots and turn them loose on a population made almost entirely of sawable flesh? Saw dogs, page 152. Also, did you know our spider bots, page 97, were designed to operate on uneven and treacherous terrain, and that their inventors only later realized that giant robotic spiders looked utterly terrifying to most humans? Perhaps you're researching Colorado robots for practical purposes, such as your family's survival. If so, Encyclopedia Robotica is your ultimate guide. Never again lose a loved one to a dreaded hopper robot, the leaping automatons designed to carry all manner of explosive nuisances, from gas bombs to small tactical nuclear devices. You will learn how to prevent yourself and others from being electrocuted by shock dogs. Hint, avoid the prongs. Conversely, servitor bots can be life-saving medical assistants, and are often utilized well for that purpose. However, their ability to manipulate tools means you should never give one a loaded machine gun. All this information and more awaits you as you turn to the next pages of this introductory volume. Enjoy your journey exploring the diverse and only marginally lethal world of Colorado's robots. Dr. Horvin Fitzgerald, Ph.D., a human doctor of robotics, and definitely not a robot himself. Well, that's a curious thing to write in the book. Let's not think about it too much. Jim is now 3 XP. 3 XP away from the... That's very frustrating. Aha! Another thing to lockpick. Go get it, buddy. Hooray, we did it! This journal has a plastic holographic cover featuring a jet that banks and turns depending on the angle you look at it. On the inside of the cover is written Journal of Ally Blue. And also some empty cans of Aquanet. Again, weird product placement. What are we looking at here? The pages of this journal are yellowed with age, and the ink has faded with time in many of the earlier entries. It appears to belong to someone named Ally Blue. The last entry reads, November 30th, 2059. Gabriel Reyes and Althea Wesson came to our compound today. There was a tense bit where Sydney shot at them, but fortunately Jordan was there and recognized them from that time over in Balkan Park. They brought some coffee, and we talked over a warm drink. It was nice, civil, pleasant even. It's strange to not be at the throats of someone not in the family, but that was the whole point, I suppose. And they want us to head back into the city next week to meet with a man named Saul Buchanan. They even suggested relocating to Colorado Springs. Abandon the Peterson. Imagine that. And we've been safe here for years, and they want us to move out and, become neighbors with them? And those despicable Knoxes? We'll go to the meeting. They said this Buchanan fellow's very persuasive. And they promised us a tin of that coffee, so it won't be a total loss to check it out. But I'm certainly bringing my guns. Interesting. We'll have to keep an eye out for that family name. So I think that's the first we've heard of the Blues. Okay, so we definitely want to take... Hold on. For sure we know we want to take a level of lockpicking. Then what else is the question? We could dig into small arms even more. Jim's supposed to be real good at trick shooting and whatnot. Yeah, go ahead and confirm that skill point. How badly do I want to push up to the next leadership perk? It does seem pretty good. And it fits in really well with Jim's character as just a loudmouth who never shuts the hell up. So I like it. You know that rat-eared Jim, he is a talker. Alright, what perk are we going to take right now, though? It's probably going to be something like this. I like Trick Shot for him. I think that makes a lot of sense. So bonus 5% charge for each successful handgun attack. And then attributes, I mean... I like pushing his awareness up even further. Somebody's got to see all those traps and letters and whatnot. We are at an even number of skill points. I'm inclined to do this. He is also supposed to be the charisma guy. Yeah, you know what? We might take some charisma. Sort of want to push up to perception 4 though. Like, what if we're missing really cool stuff? Yeah, Jim's very perceptive is the thing. And then we're going to go ahead and use that book. I know that this is maybe not the most point-efficient possible use of the book, but it does give us some benefit right now, and also, who knows, we might find more. Probably you're not going to find 100% of the skill books in the world at a very low level, like right at the beginning of the game. Alright, so Jim now has the lockpicking skill necessary to open all of the things that we've seen. No, not all of them. There's still that door in the Patriarch's place. Alright, and we will totally go and look through all those things next time, because I'm afraid, for the moment, we are out of time. That was... boy. Alright, I'm going to figure that out. Don't you worry. That is it for us for today, though. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, tomorrow, we are going to break into every damn thing in Colorado Springs. And we'll see you then.